We did in fact just get a ton of brand new leaks about all things Pokemon, including the next Legends game, even Generation 10. We have a lot that just published, and I'm very excited to talk about this. What's funny is I've had a video that I've been trying to upload for like 5 days, and we keep getting new information, so I keep pushing that video back. But I'm pushing this one out first because this information is awesome. Okay, so I have to start with something that I have actually talked about before, but that's only in order so you guys can understand everything else that's happening. We had this person from November, actually. I know, a long time away, but trust me, we're gonna get to the brand new stuff here very, very soon. Saying that a former Game Freak employee seems to have finished his work. He appears to be repeatedly posting strange tweets again, just like in the SV age. I've been observing for a while. It seems like Gen 10 is related to volcanoes, with volcano emoji, wave emoji, and a regional wishy-washy, which would be really sick to actually see that. Massive central volcano, anyone? Which that did actually line up with the leaks about the center of the map being a volcano. Like, we have a volcano in the center of the Generation 10 region map, which is very cool. So the massive island started by clouds seems to have been replaced by this, huh? Same spot where the futuristic resort is among cable cars, an absolutely massive tree further down coast, which this is something from Apex Legends, a tower, but obviously it's referring to something in Generation 10. And then scrolling down, we did have this leaked picture. This is a real photo from, I think it's the alpha footage or like alpha gameplay of Gen 10. But you can see there is a ginormous tower or spire, whatever you call it, up in the back of this picture, which is very interesting. Obviously is referencing this thing from Apex Legends. There is no connection to Apex Legends. Let me just say that. This is just to like reference, kind of like tease at it, right? No, it will be behind you. Big light show, looks like a Disney attraction. Very weird. I still don't know what this means. That's one of the newer tweets. No, it's right behind you. It's a big light show. Looks like a Disney attraction. I have no idea. My opinion, maybe it's a ginormous tower, like a huge tower, and it's all lit up. Maybe it looks in like a Disney. I mean, we do have the Hollywood Tower of Hotel, so maybe that's what that Disney attraction could be like. One of my favorite things about talking about this type of stuff, though, is I love hearing your opinions. Like, the thoughts that you guys have sometimes are amazing, because sometimes I'm like overlooking things, or my mind is too far over here, or like too far here. So what do you think that this light show thing is referencing? But that is not all, guys. That is not all. Somebody else responded to this and said Levincia vibes, which, I mean, that could be a Disney attraction, right? You can see all the lights going up, all the big towers all lit up. Very cool. I mean, this city had so much potential, I feel like. If it just felt like robotic to me almost. It's just because the NPCs. So, I don't know. Something about this city just felt like bland and it just weird to me, but has a lot of potential. And then Ballguy said target, like spot on. Turn it into a single building. These vibes, otherwise. Okay, interesting. Turn it into one building. So I guess what I originally said earlier about one ginormous building may be right. Like a ginormous building that's all lit up. Maybe there's even fireworks happening. I don't really know. But these vibes. So this is obviously in the water. The games will be called Wind and Wave. I don't know. So maybe it's a huge tower with like kind of these hut style houses, you know, like with the straw roofing. I feel like Ballguy has been teasing us just so much with Generation 10. So much with all the other stuff too. But like, bro, everything you post is some sort of like riddle or like tease at what is happening. And I cannot wait to see when Gen 10 does drop, or even the trailer, because the trailer should reveal a lot. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about this as well. And then somebody responded to that picture saying, so is the resort separate from the big city? Yes, 2 separate islands, not implemented on the early mockup, which I assume is why there is confusion. Gotcha. I'm actually curious how many cities that game has in general, if you can say vaguely, which Ballguy has yet to respond to that specifically. But interesting, 2 separate islands, right? So the big city and the resort islands, I guess, are going to be separate, because we do know there's going to be a resort in this game. There's obviously going to be a big city. Apparently, we will start off in the big city. Like, our trainer will apparently, I guess, maybe be from the big city, or at least living there, and that's where we're going to be starting off the game, is in the big city, and then we're going to work our way out into like the wilderness zones, you know, the ocean, the forest, volcano island. At least I don't think the volcano is part of this. Maybe the volcano is connected to this island, and maybe that's part of the storyline where like the volcano erupts and, you know, the resort is there or the big city is there. So I don't know, just a theory, just a thought. Okay, so before we move on to the other leaks about like Legends 3, which may or may not actually even be Legends Galar anymore. We will have to see. I just wanted to bring a couple things up that's just been on my mind after seeing these tweets. So, Head of Heart Podcast said, some credible sources say that the game is going to look similar to Scarlet and Violet. Others think it's going to be a big step up. Like, I'm pretty sure Nate the Hate the other day was saying something about how, like, fans may actually be kind of impressed. Like, it may actually be that little step up that Pokemon fans have been wanting, that we've been needing for years and years. So it could be a big visual leap. It's not gonna be like realistic graphics. It's gonna be just better. So my only beef with Gen 9 was that, like, it looked good, but I don't think it looked good enough for Generation 9. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of textures were kind of bad. In my opinion, the cities and the towns they were just lacking something. Just like, I don't know, like personality or something. Like, I don't know, because I'm not like a designer myself. Like, I don't know how to design things, but something about it, just compared to like older Pokemon games, just kind of lacked style or like life, in my opinion. So that's what I hope for Gen 10, is that it is going to bring in like more style. And I mean, from some of the leaked photos, it kind of does seem like it will have some unique, animation and like some unique kind of aesthetic styling to it. So I guess we'll see. And then Central Leaks also posted, we all know that Pokemon is a very leakable franchise, so make your bets. What do you think will leak about Gen 10 before it is announced? And of course, excluding the Terra leak, we're talking about fresh leaks here. And they posted logos, starters, screenshots, or all of the above. I said logos personally. I don't know, because if we're talking about the first thing to be revealed, it's gotta be the logos, right? I mean, it could just be a screenshot, but let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think will be leaked first? That's like 100% solidified, 100% something that they will announce during the Pokemon Day of 2026, which is coming up, guys. So if you guys don't mind dropping a like and subscribing to the channel to help me reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Currently, I think we may be on pace to hit that by the end of the year, so any support goes such a long way, guys. But yeah, let me know what you think is going to be leaked first. It could even be something that's not even on this list. Like, it could be the trainer. I don't know, the professor maybe. Okay, then somebody said, so there is a rumor leak that implies that ZA sales were bad and Game Freak is canceling the Legends series. If true, I think it's a wrong decision. ZA has huge problems and a bad game loop design. PLA was one of the best games. Just stick to the original and keep a few things that work in ZA. Which I'm not sure exactly how the sales are for ZA. I'll put them on the screen if I can find them. But I thought the game sold fine. I thought it was like 15 million or something like that, which is pretty good. But honestly, ZA did have a game loop issue where it's like kind of the same thing over and over again. Even though I thought the game was really fun, I feel like it was a little repetitive. And then somebody said, is Rico right, which is the other person that we've been talking about that's been, posting a lot of teasers recently for Generation 10. Are they going to stop Ringo development? And Ringo is Pokemon Legends Galar. That's the code name for Legends Galar, which on the Terra League, we know that's going to be the next Legends game, which I think would be sick. I think that's a fantastic region for a Legends game. Gen 8 is not my favorite region, but dude, for a Legends game, I truly do think that they could cook up something amazing for that game specifically, especially on the Switch too, man. Ball Guy then said L3 is still in production. L3 standing for Legends 3, but he didn't specifically say Galar. He then said does not necessarily make the information untrue for future titles, most likely misinterpreted. That, which I don't know, like, could this mean that Legends Galar may not actually come out? Does this mean that it is still coming out and maybe the Pokemon MMO game isn't coming out? Or maybe like it's a little bit different. Maybe it actually isn't the Galar region. Like maybe it takes place a little bit in Galar, but maybe the entire thing just isn't Galar. Maybe it's inspired by Galar, but it's going to be called something else. I don't know. We should be getting more information about this hopefully pretty soon. And then Fade saying a lot of people think that the Japan MMO game after Legends 3 has been probably scrapped entirely, which that Japan MMO is an MMO style Pokemon game with every single Japanese region. So that means gens 1 through 4. Plus, I believe Kitakami was in there as well. Do you know if this is the case, or if the project is still in development along Legends Galar? Ball Guy then saying around 2025 of August, it was still in R&D, which I believe stands for Research and Development. And obviously, after reading that, I'm pretty sure he is talking about the Pokemon MMO game. So it seems like they're still kind of like looking into that game as of August of last year, which isn't all that long ago. And I feel like if they're still like kind of potentially researching or developing that specific MMO game that close in time, I feel like they're still going to actually do it. Doesn't necessarily mean that it will 100% happen. I personally hope it does. I've been wanting an official Pokemon MMO forever. Like, I know we have Poke MMO, but that's not like an official game. That's a fan-made game. It's a great game, but I want an official Pokemon MMO that I could play on my Switch, right? And I think all the Japanese regions would be awesome. First of all, like that would be great if they were to actually do that. I hope it doesn't get scrapped. Let me know how you feel about that. Do you want that to be scrapped? I want it to happen. It's been one of my dream Pokemon games forever. So I would say that's concerning news. At the same time, that's good news. Concerning because it doesn't necessarily mean that it's still going to happen. And it seems like they're kind of like messing around with the idea of it actually happening. But good news because of the fact that they are still researching and developing that in late/mid 2025. So I hope we get some more information about this specifically soon, only because I think it is well needed. Like, I think we've needed more news and leaks about Legends Galar and this MMO game because we haven't really had anything after the Terror leak about these. I just cannot wait for the Switch 2 era of Pokemon games. I think it's going to be awesome. I kind of have my hopes pretty high for this era of Pokemon. I just think like all the games that they have leaked in the Terror leak sound really cool. Hopefully a classic collection does get announced soon though, guys. You know, we have had some solid leaks. Ball Guy posting this the other day, which doesn't necessarily mean that it will be a classic collection remake or something like that. I don't know, maybe just a Gen 1 remake again. Who knows? I am just waiting. The anticipation is killing me. I cannot wait for Pokemon Day, which I will be live streaming. Once again, I'll be live streaming the entire event, probably even going live hours earlier beforehand. So if you want to join me, if you want to be with other people, make sure to turn on those post notifications so you do not miss that. But yeah, let me know what you think about all this information. This was one of those videos, which are low-key kind of my favorite videos, where I just kind of dump a bunch of random leaks. Like, so many different things, so many different topics, and I love these videos because it's like, what's gonna happen, you know? Ball Guy has been very reputable, especially during the ZA kind of like era of Pokemon, and I think he's still reputable, so we're gonna see a lot of the stuff from Gen 10 when it comes out, or like we get more trailers, what Ball Guy has said, or even other people that post leaks, you know, Central Leaks or whoever it may be, and see who was right, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's so exciting about this. I cannot wait. If you are real and watching this far in the video, comment down below silver, just the word silver. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day today. Thank you so much, all of you guys, for all the support on the channel. We've been growing like crazy recently, and I just can't thank you guys enough. It means a lot. Seriously, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.